Yeah, I can see it's live, guys. Give me a second. I got an itch on my neck. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Monkey of the Morning. I'm your itchy host, the Ranting Monkey. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing, Jack?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
A little itchy now. I lean back in my chair and put my arms behind my head, and my nails just barely scrape my neck. And I'm like, ooh, I need it. Ooh. Now I'm like my cat. Like, yeah, right there, right there.
Is your foot thumping too?
No, because cats don't do that. That's a dog.
Oh no, I've seen cats do that too when they scratch and their leg will.
Other than that's a dog.
No, it's a cat pretending to be a dog so it can mock it because they hate dogs.
Perhaps. Yeah, no, I'm good. Pretty good day. Otherwise, yeah, I ran into idiots as I normally do on the YouTubes and the Twitters and the social medias. That's how old people are supposed to say it, right? You put the in front of everything.
Yeah, except for the web address. That's www. dot.
It's on the intranets. It's on the interwebs.
Yes, it's a series of tubes. I hear.
Yeah. All you gotta do is blow real hard and it'll go faster.
That's what she said. Thanks for dropping links, hey Camel.
Oh man. So let's just talk about the main story real quick and get it out of the way. The coup d'etat that was not. We talked yesterday about the Wagner Group. What is it? Wagner
Group.
The Wagner Group going into Russia. Supposedly they'd shot down planes and stuff. And today they said there was no bloodshed.
Yeah, apparently this was the type of insurrection we have in DC.
Right.
The lamest kind. Except these guys actually had guns.
They drove there and then turned around and left.
Yeah, but Putin did withdraw the. Did you watch his speech?
Oh no, I did not.
It was pretty good. He gave a little speech and he's like, "These people are all criminals. We're gonna file criminal charges." Blah blah. And then magically, a couple hours later, they retract the criminal charges and they exile the leader of this group to Belarus.
Yeah,
and I'm like, was this just a lazy, troop movement? Because all these guys are going to go to Belarus now.
I thought they were headed back to the front line.
Yeah, the front line by Kiev, I think. I think the troops are going to go to the front line again, but their leader is going to Belarus.
Yeah, because Belarus apparently stepped in to help negotiate a peace here.
Sure they did.
They told these guys, "Hey, we're gonna give you the guns and ammo you want. I would have somebody else test fire mine if I were them."
Right.
But yeah, so all of that build up for nothing, Jack. Nothing.
Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if this wasn't some kind of scam they pulled on the CIA. Like the CIA approached these guys and like, "Hey, we'll give you a pile of money." And they're like, "Okay." And then they call Putin up and they're like, "Hey, guess what, Vlad?" Because this guy's an old friend of Vlad's from 30 years ago.
Vlad was his mentor.
Yeah. And he was his personal chef for a while, back when Bush was president. So they go way, way back. And it wouldn't surprise me if this guy's like, "Look, the CIA's offered me a bunch of money to betray you. What do you say we double cross them?" And so the whole thing was just political theater for them to get a big pile of money from the CIA and then redistribute their troops where they needed them.
Possible. Look, we had lots of people last night thinking, "Hey, it was some kind of scam." I'm still of the opinion I think this guy really was on his way. And remember, he never said that Putin had to go. That's not who he was after.
No, he was talking specifically about military leadership.
Yeah, and most specifically, Sergei Shitinoff, or whatever his name was, the head of the armed forces. He wanted him out. So we'll see if that guy falls out of a window anytime soon.
There's a good possibility. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised if he gonna
be the first
into the high dive to the pool.
He's gonna be the first guy who fell in a window and died.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to it. They stopped, turned around, and are headed back to Ukraine to go back and kill Ukrainians. It was watching the people talk about it. I see a whole bunch of folks like, haha, neocons, you don't get your war. And I'm like, I'm so lost what you think they thought was
Yeah, that's
this doesn't end any war.
yeah, nothing ended. Granted, it didn't exactly escalate anything, but
Sure.
um, I I don't know. There's nothing happened, so there was some blowhard bloviating, and that's about it. I don't see why anybody's celebrating any of this. If
Look,
anything, if this had gone through, this could have really destabilized the world.
oh god, yeah.
I mean,
Uh
if Russia's nukes fell into the hands of mercenaries, God only knows what would happen.
Gutenberg, my friend, thank you so much. He says, burn it all to the ground. I'm not there yet because I have stuff and I like it. But I understand what you're getting at.
How's it going,
Yeah,
Gutenberg?
I saw the range of people with what they thought was going to happen. Several people thought this was going to end the Ukrainian war. Several thought that Russia would have to pull back and fight their own. I'm like, it was only 25,000. They would have blew them up.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a protracted anything.
It's another one of those places where I see Westerners thinking that this is a Western nation.
Yeah.
Y'all know what they did to the Russian, what the Russians did to the Russians in World War II? They sent them to the front lines with no guns or ammo.
To be fair, they had wooden guns.
Okay. They could swing a club, basically.
Yeah, well, the goal was to pick up a gun off a dead guy.
If you found one, yes. And otherwise, good luck.
And if you tried to flee, you got shot.
They would kill you.
Yeah. You get back to the front line, mister.
And you guys, but I see these fucking assholes who talk about this stuff and they always put Western values on Russians and the Chinese and anywhere over there in the East. And I know that's how America would do it. That's not how they do it. Life is not as sacred. That's not a term that Putin uses.
No, they have a much different perspective on everything.
Yeah. Fight or we'll shoot you. Anyhow, yeah. So my favorite though today, Jack. Oh, I pissed off somebody on the old Twitter machine.
You never. I am so shocked by that.
Well, the funny part is I wasn't even like really rude.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I kind of was, I guess, insulting to his take. But he was really into this Twitter space that was going on. Which, oh God, it was bad. I tuned in to it for a couple of minutes because of this tweet that I saw, Jack. And this is after everything's ended, right? Now, this Twitter space was going on for quite a while, still talking about the ramifications of this after they'd already pulled back because it's run by a bunch of fucking idiots who don't know shit about politics, much less geopolitical politics on the world scale. And it had people like Ian Miles Chong in it. You know,
why?
Because he's smart. Thank you, Pumpkin Trucker. The Civil War has been failing more than diversity liars last press briefing. Yeah, very closely associated, I would say. But anyway, this is what this guy said. It hit me like a brick wall today as the Russia coup is taking place. That legacy news formats, TV, Google, etc. By the way, Google's not a legacy format, you fucking retard. Is outdated and in fact legacy. I'm sitting in a Twitter Spaces right now getting literal live updates from 10 plus sources in various locations, all with their own list of contacts, backgrounds, education, military experience, geopolitical education, international affairs experience, etc. Twitter is the fastest news source in the world right now, maybe other than intel agencies themselves, who probably know before these things happen. Question mark. That was a statement, not a. I don't know why he's got a question mark there.
Because he's dumb. I hate to break it to you, Monkey, but Google was founded in 1998. Depending on how old this guy is, to him that is legacy media.
That's still not what legacy media is. Legacy
I
media.
understand, but these youngins and their word definitions are always a changing.
And then he says, crazy how fast life changes at Elon Musk. Way to try to suck up to Elon to try to get him to like your tweet, homie. Very. But Jack, you notice here, the Russian coup has ended by Mario Conman Newfall. Yeah, that's what the guy. So I went and clicked on it, right? I'm like, oh, these guys have information nobody else has. They have their own sources. I shit you not. I am there for less than a minute when a woman goes, hey, wait a minute, guys, wait a minute. I have this breaking news. And she says this from CNN. And I'm like, okay, that's funny. Not a minute later, Ian Miles Chong, who at this point is mad because apparently they weren't letting him speak. He's like, wait, can I please speak? That's way too masculine for Ian Miles Chong. Can I please speak? Could I? According to state media, which it's Russian media.
Yeah, that's reliable.
I'm there for 2 minutes and I get 2 what would be considered legacy news sources. So, Jack, I made a tweet to that effect.
Oh, you would, you monster son of a bitch.
Where I said their own sources. I just tuned in and they're quoting CNN and other legacy news sources. This dude lost his shit. He got mad as fuck. Questioned me about my education. Apparently, I need some special education to understand when somebody says, according to CNN, that they're getting their news from CNN.
Well, you see, Monkey, he's got some special education, and that's why he's mad.
Look at this. 2 different tweets. Those are not even like him answering himself, like a thread. 2 different tweets to yell at me for pointing out that these guys don't have any special background. They don't have any special information. They're going off the same reports everybody else is.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Ian Miles Chong, not the most reliable of sources either.
Yeah, this is my favorite. This is the one that I answered to. To your own point, I just tuned in. How credible are you? Your bio and this tweet show that you're a no good grifter, and I'd love to hear your life experience that lent to your expertise on the subjects covered in your bio, work experience, education, etc., and proof of such. This guy got mad as fuck for me pointing out that they were using sources that are just everyday legacy sources.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He wasn't paying attention at all then.
That you heard it on Twitter doesn't make Twitter like some great source of information.
There's all sorts of crazy shit on Twitter.
Indeed. And I'm not saying you can't get good information that way.
Yeah, but you have to be able to discern it from the nonsense.
But to sit there and be like, yeah, they had their own sources when they're literally just reading CNN. Thank you, Ministry of Wrongthink. Are you telling me a military coup in Russia literally took less time than it took for us to find out a submarine imploded? Quick, we need another distraction for Joe, the media sources say. Indeed. Yeah. I'm very curious about what the deal was to get this guy to come to heel. I haven't really seen anything other than they were going to give them the guns and ammo that they asked for.
They probably offered to fire that guy or throw him out a window. And yeah, probably a pile of money. I'm telling you, I don't trust that this whole thing wasn't fake to begin with.
I don't know. I'm going to stick with what I said last night. This is a dangerous gamble if this is fake.
Oh, yeah, massively.
Put that out into your own country that, hey, there's this massive military group that's trying to recruit your own National Guard to fight against your military regulars. That is a dangerous thing to put out there.
But it is the type of loyalty test you would have seen in the old Soviet system.
I suppose so. But under that system, all 25,000 of these guys disappear.
No, anybody that tried to join up with them would disappear because all these guys are in on it.
That's a lot of people.
I'm not saying it's a Yeah, I'm not saying it's a brilliant strategy. I'm just saying I'm not ruling out that possibility yet.
Sure,
I don't
yeah.
trust anything coming out of Russia.
Oh no, look, I get you, homie. This is why we said last night, guys, we don't know. All the hey, they have footage. Bullshit wins it from. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can't verify any of these sources.
So yeah, this whole thing, it could have just all been. Somebody said Wagner the dog. That's actually funny, by the way.
I know, right?
Who was that? Dustin. I don't know, but the one thing we do know is it's over. This is past, and the Russians are going to go back to blowing up Ukrainians instead of threatening each other.
Yeah.
So who really won here?
Nobody.
Is there a winner in this?
I don't think there is.
I'm gonna disagree with you just slightly. I think Putin's the winner here.
That makes sense, I guess.
And if that guy doesn't fall out of a window, Sergei Jakhanov, whatever his name is, if he doesn't fall out a window, I would consider him a winner here. Because they the coup didn't go through. They're in power. It looks like Putin comes out and says, I will crush you. And he backed down.
Yeah. This might have been some kind of strongman flex to look tough in his own country. I don't know, man. But yeah, Putin probably is the winner here. And everybody was talking about him. And I think this was because they did move those nuclear weapons into Belarus. I think this is an excuse to move some troops over there.
Could be. The other winner I would say here is Hunter Biden.
Oh yeah, gets him out of the media for a little while.
Changed that whole conversation that was going on about what a dirty little fuckwad he is. Which we got to get to that in a second. Thank you, Victor Chong. Footage like the Western media's version of the tank in Tiananmen Square. They cut out the part where the tank stopped right in front of the dude, but twist it and say the tank crushed him. Western media never said that when it was reported at the time. That is all stuff that has come afterwards, that he got run over in Tiananmen Square. Now, the students in Tiananmen Square, a whole lot of them disappeared after that incident.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Just like they never mentioned Tiananmen Square. You could go to scary jail in China for that.
Yeah.
So I got a couple here. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't get squished by the tank, but as last I heard, that guy was still alive, but a lot of his compatriots aren't.
Yeah, well, he was now too popular or too recognizable to go missing, whereas everybody else, nobody fucking knew their names.
Well, if he doesn't go missing, they can say, "Why? Look, why wouldn't we kill him? He was the one that everybody knows."
Yeah.
But anyway, you had some donations.
Grab your Wolfgang one.
Oh, Wolfgang, thank you. A fun week after unclassified existence of IUSS. What is IUSS?
I don't know.
Okay. Still secret operations performed, found the Titanic submersible, and the Coast Guard didn't believe it.
It's probably that detection system they used.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. The one that they're like, yeah, there was an explosion a few days ago.
Yeah, back on Sunday. We didn't tell you about it because fuck you.
Yeah. Anyway, your turn.
Thank you, Travis Gardner. I did manage to get a geography degree. Don't ask me how long it took. Using my specialist knowledge, I can sum it up as retard fight. Yeah, that sounds right. Thank you, Travis. And thank you, Pumpkin Trucker, who said, did you see the video with the Russian dude riding the bike past the approaching army blasting because I got high? I did see that.
I did not, but that's wonderful.
Yeah, there's some actually pretty funny videos. But again, I don't know when they were filmed.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just those two.
Sorry, I started spacing and I was like, oh shit, we should probably have some sound here.
I'm supposed to be listening. Are we live? Where am I?
I was listening because the whole because I got high and all that. I was there with you, and then you stopped talking. I just started drifting off. Oh fuck!
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh god, that's the only line of that song I know.
Really?
Yeah.
I've come to talk with you again.
Yeah, I guess it's
'Cause a
awesome.
vision softly creeping. I love that song, especially Puddle's Pity Party version of it. I know a lot of people really like the more hard rock version done by that Disturbed band, and it's good, but I like Puddle's version better.
I just like that one line.
Oh,
Anyhow,
there's some
so
really good lines in that song.
nobody knew shit, and there was no coup d'etat, unfortunately. So we're still stuck with Putin, which, by the way, guys, is still probably is for the best.
Yeah, but just for world stability.
Yeah, you do not want to know who's coming in after him.
Probably this guy, and it
I,
seemed like he's a little bit of a bloodthirsty fella.
yeah, I love that people thought that this was going to be the end of the war. Like, you realize his problem is that they're not giving him more stuff to fight the fucking war, right? He wasn't like, oh, this is a bad war, we shouldn't be fighting. It was like, give me more guns. What the fuck? Anyhow.
Yeah, the I can't kill enough people guy is really going to be the peacemaker here.
Yeah.
Really?
He's gonna stop it all. But hey, I don't have any background, so I gotta stop talking about that.
Yeah, geez, monkey. I'm gonna need to that appeal to authority. I'm gonna need to see your degrees before you.
I never got anybody's dog killed when I doxed and swatted them.
Like Ian Miles Ding Dong.
Mm-hmm. I do not understand how that fucker still keeps weaseling his way into new communities over and over again. Of all the people.
He's just that slimy. He just oozes right in on his little snail trail.
I don't get it. The guy is a dirtbag. And yeah, he is doxed people. He's bragged about doxing people. He got a guy's, and not just doxed, swatted people. Swatted people.
Swatted Worski.
Swatted Worski. Knowing damn good and well there was no issue, called the police on him because he had guns and blow at his house. He got some dude's dog shot by the police. He's a fucking scumbag. And everybody, oh, let's get that fish face looking motherfucker. And he really does. He looks like a fish.
He looks like a guy that should be sweating a lot while looking at women's shoes.
He looks like somebody who should probably be in prison for swatting people.
Yeah. Don't worry, the country he's in, which I believe is Malaysia, he pulls enough shit, somebody there is going to get him in serious trouble.
Anyway, I guess to be taken seriously, you got to swat somebody and get their dog killed.
Yeah, then you're an authority figure, monkey. His appeal to authority was delightful.
I will not be an authority in that case. I'm not a dog person, but I don't want to see him shot either.
No, I like dogs more than most people. So
I like Rico.
Rico's adorable.
Rico is adorable. Give us a picture of Rico when you get a second.
Yeah, I'll find one for you.
Rico's awesome. And I do want to say this too. I am not downing social media and getting your news from there. That would be fucking hypocritical as shit. I hate these fucking people who try to, we're so much better. We have our own sources. I can read CNN too, fucknut.
Right.
I do it often. I never claim that it's my source. Like I have some, like Jake Tapper called me personally to let me know what was going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we've made that clear a lot of times. We are commentators, not journalists.
When we break news, it's because somebody else broke the news and we're like the first on YouTube to do it.
Yeah.
Not because we have any. I would love to have some confidential sources in something. That would be awesome. Be like CoffeeZilla. Did you see CoffeeZilla's latest?
No.
Oh, dude. He has a 3-part series about this $500 million scam.
Yeah, you were telling me about that, but I haven't had a chance to watch it.
And the dude that he's reporting on basically straight up threatened him and his family. Look at the baby.
That's him with my dad.
Aw.
You can tell he's tired because he gets pink right on his white spots. And his chest gets that way too.
Kind of like the bags under the eyes, but he gets the red on the face.
Yeah, let me show you another one. This is him on my brother's lap. Before
we'll get back to the real stuff in a minute, guys, but this is much more. Oh, he's got the bunny ears on.
Yeah, isn't that cute?
He's adorable.
You can see how thin his legs are through here because these are like large sweatpants. But yeah, there he is holding Rico. Rico always likes to jump up next to people and put you into a coma.
Oh,
he's your napping buddy. I got to get some new photos. This one's well over a year old, obviously.
See, I was going to say, one of the things I like about Rico is he doesn't jump on me.
Yeah, because he's not at your house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't like dogs jumping on me. It's one of the reasons I don't like dogs is because they're so needy.
Yeah.
And
yeah, well, he's a Chihuahua, and since they have such little fur, he's a Chihuahua Terrier, and they're kind of lap dogs anyway. Because Chihuahuas, since they have such little fur, they have to be around other people.
Oh,
isn't that adorable? He hates this costume. This is the Grinch.
That's adorable.
Yeah, look at that look. Like, get this thing off of me. He can express phrases without saying them.
That's him saying, if I was a cat, I'd pee in your shoe.
I'm pretty sure he'd still pee in my shoe.
Let me get these real quick. Comrade Kitty, thank you. So if we all go out and get you news to read, can we be called flying monkeys? We could, I guess. I've never named the audience. There's lots of people who do that, and everything I come up with sounds dirty.
Yeah.
Snubber, thank you. Did you hear about the first trans state representative got caught with child? Oh, and P word rhymes with corn. No, I did not.
I have that article, but because it involved kids, I didn't put it in the queue. If you want it covered, I've got that pulled up. So
we can. Do they go into the stuff done to kids?
I don't remember because I read a couple articles on it. The dude looks like Chris Chan.
What we can do is we'll cover that person and we'll mention this part, but we just won't read into it because if we're just reading about somebody who got busted for that shit, fine. I just don't want to hear anything that happened to the kids.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That should be between a court and the hangman. Hi, King Fenor. Hello. How you been, dude? Hi, Monk. If you want to see a mega oof, look at the score of the Rockies game tonight. Will you look up the score of the Rockies game?
Sure.
And Alan, thank you so much for the donation with no message. Back to Rico. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We are like in the mid. We're having storyception here. It happens.
Is this the one where they played the Los Angeles Angels?
I don't know. What's the score?
25-1.
Fuck.
The Rockies had won.
How?
I don't know. What is that, like a walk?
How do you lose a baseball game 25-1?
As a professional team.
Did they let the women's soccer team play?
As the Rockies? Yeah, maybe.
Holy shit.
Real quick, thank you, Alan, who says, I like cats. I also like cats because they're low maintenance.
See, this is what I was getting at. Phoebe likes it when I hold her while we're standing up, and she almost does the cat hug thing, which I really wish she would do because cat hugs are cute.
Yeah.
But she just kind of lounges on me in this, oh, Dad, I love you kind of way. And if I sit down, she's like, yeah, fuck that. I don't want to cuddle. And she leaves and she stands over there where she's cute and she looks cute and is not on top of me. Phoebe needs love, but not all the time. Where dogs, like every time my daughter comes up with her dog, I love her dog. He is the sweetest dog in the world. But he always wants to be on top of you.
Yeah.
Like a dog does.
Yeah, well, that's what I like about Rico, though. He's like 15 pounds. So, I mean, he's kind of fat for his size, honestly. He's supposed to be like 12 or 13, I think.
Her dog is between, I would guess, 50 to 75, somewhere in there. He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He's, if he stands up on his hind legs and you hold his paws, he's as tall as I am.
Wow.
He's a big motherfucker. And he's got a dog voice because I don't like little dogs because they're yappy little barks.
Yeah.
But he's got that bark. If you're not expecting it, it'll make you shit yourself. Oh God. Gotta go change my pants. I'll be right back. I still like dogs. I don't want them on me.
Yeah, I have that problem too, generally. And a buddy of mine used to have a terrier that would annoy the ever-loving shit out of me because he was always bouncing on you and stuff. But for some reason, Rico kind of broke me of that. So as long as they're not long-haired dogs, like Rico has very short hair, but he still gets like fur and stuff on my shirt, but it's not nearly as bad because he's a little more adorable.
All right, back. What the fuck were we talking about?
I don't know, Rico mainly.
No, there was something else that came up. I don't remember, so who cares?
Check that last link for that article that we were just referencing.
Oh yeah, we might as well jump into that. Doo-doo. Oh, you know, I saw this guy's picture going around. I didn't read anything of why.
Yeah, now you know.
And this comes to us from the Redux. Breaking: first openly transgender state representative arrested on child pornography charges. Trans-identified male politician credited with being the first openly transgender representative elected to the United States has been arrested on charges involving the distribution of child sexual abuse materials. Stacey Lafton, I guess I say that, born Barry Charles Lafton Jr., was a Democratic representative for New Hampshire House, winning his last election in November of 2022. But he resigned less than 1 month after winning the election following scrutiny for being charged with the violation of a stalking order that had placed against him by a woman in his community. He violated the order just 1 month before he was elected, and they elected him anyway.
Yeah.
While he's still facing his stalking charges, he was arrested again this past Tuesday, this time on charges involving the distribution of child sexual abuse material. Good job, guys. Did you see the guy? I didn't even need to be told that that guy was a fucking scumbag. Now, you guys can tell me, look, I don't believe in phrenology, Jack. I do believe in, yeah, that guy touches kids. See this picture right here? See that picture right there?
See how much he looks like Chris Chan?
He really does. This is I touch kids face. I don't believe in skull shape, but I do believe in predator face. And so far I haven't been wrong. So I'm going to keep going with that theory. I really should do a thesis on that. Go get my master's degree. No? All right. What else?
Told you I'm eating.
I knew you were eating at that point because I was talking about phrenology and you were really quiet.
Yeah, I love my phrenology. My phrenologist is a great dude.
Oh, God, this stupid shit. We're not reading this article. We're just looking at the tweet. Rereading Russian classics in the shadow of the Ukrainian war. How to reckon the ideology of Anna Karenina, Eugene Onegin, I don't even know that one, and other beloved books. Nobody
loves those books. Seriously, Russian literature is the most dense, awful stuff to read. Like, it's like reading all volumes of Les Miserables, because that's like 30 volumes. Seriously, it's way longer than what you think. The condensed version, sadly, at 1,000 pages is better. It's awful.
I hear you.
Crap.
But let's say, for instance, there is somebody out there who enjoys this shit.
Oh, poor sadistic bastards.
Let me help you out. Read your book and don't in any way attach it to the war in Ukraine, because it was written a long time before the war in Ukraine. It's got literally nothing to fucking do with it.
Yeah, I don't know how Anna Karenina, Dr. Zhivago, War, Crime and Punishment, rather, have anything to do with anything today. It's all stuff from more than 100 years ago.
Well, we saw a bit of this at the start of the war. I don't know why it's creeping its head back up now. Like, oh my God, we can't like anything that the Russians have ever done because of this war. That's fucking retarded.
Remember when they banned like that Russian pianist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did that with a whole bunch of things. With different, wasn't there a chess master that didn't get to go to a competition?
Yep.
Soccer, they did it too. They like, oh, sorry, you're Russian. You can't come in. They're not the ones doing it. Anyhow,
look, if you want to read some Dostoevsky, go for it.
Yeah.
I will subject myself to a reading of his works once, and after that, it's Cliff Notes because dense, but it's well crafted. But you should be allowed to enjoy whatever art you want, just because it's from somebody of a specific nationality, and you have to ban that now is fucking ludicrous. That is the type of propaganda that a certain German fellow would have really liked.
Look, if you want to do the whole boycotting the Olympics kind of thing, go ahead. It's fucking stupid, but this kind of shit, we're not even talking about people that are alive today.
Yeah.
The people who wrote those books are long dead, as those books probably should be.
Oh my God. Yeah, they're horrible.
But if you enjoy them, fucking enjoy them. It's like the stupid Harry Potter. What am I going to do about Harry Potter and J.K. Rowling saying that vaginas equal women? If you like Harry Potter, just read fucking Harry Potter then.
Yeah, it's called separating the art from the artist. There were a lot of really disgusting people in history that did some really disgusting things.
Yep.
And if you went and saw that movie about the crawdads, where the crawdads sing, I think it was called. That if you went and saw that movie, you supported a murderer because she got arrested for murdering her husband. So
how many people have watched shit that Roman Polanski's made?
Yeah, the guy was a rapist.
He still is.
Yeah.
A child rapist. He drugged a 13-year-old so he could fuck her.
Yep.
And then ran to France because France won't return pedophiles to us so we can throw them in prison. But yeah, was it the pianist that he won that fucking award for?
Yep.
And all of Hollywood stood up to clap. Oh my God. And then years later, they're like, oh my God, but what about Me Too? Grown adults sucked a wiener to get a part in a movie. It's terrible. Yes, Polanski raped a child, but that's not like a grown woman making a choice. Fucking degenerates. Thank you, Snubber. Hate Stephen King. Still like several of his books. His early stuff wasn't good. I am not a fan of King's writing. I know that's, yeah. Most people are like, oh, we just can't finish a book. I find his shit rather boring.
King suffers from, well, probably drug addiction, but some of his books have too many characters that mean nothing to the main plot. There's side tangents, side quests that if you stripped out, you could knock the book in half. And you see it a lot with like Tommy Knockers is real noticeable. There's probably a dozen characters in there that mean nothing to the plot. Had that.
He's got interesting ideas. I just don't think he expresses them well.
Yeah, there's a handful of his books that I really liked that I thought were solid entertainment. They weren't on my greatest hits list or anything, but like Needful Things, Pet Sematary, The Shining, those are fun books, but they're like popcorn theater. You know, it's not something that the ideas and concepts are interesting and will make you think, but it's not something I'm real super eager to revisit. The movie versions tend to be better because he's an idea man. He's a populist author, which is fine, and I generally like populist authors, but I just don't find him to have that longevity.
And for the record, for those of you who enjoy his work, please continue to enjoy his work. I mean, that's part of the point here. If you watch this show and you read Stephen King's Twitter and you enjoy this show, you'll probably hate Stephen King's Twitter. Largely because the guy's a fucking retard.
Oh my God, yeah.
But if you enjoy his books and just ignore his fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, oh, I'll never read his shit again because he's dumb as fuck. I mean, he is, but
I think that car accident where he got hit by that van really fucked him up.
I think the decades of hard drugs did it.
That probably didn't help.
Yeah.
He hit him it was, instead of blood, it was just cocaine everywhere.
Yeah. Just poured out of his body. All right. Again, this is another one. We are not reading the article because I'm not subjecting myself to it again. The real meaning of the Hunter Biden saga, as I see it, isn't about presidential corruption, but is about how widespread addiction is and about how determined parents with unconditional love can sometimes reel a child back. That can give others hope.
Did they not pay any attention to what happened? It says nothing to do with addiction.
We'll talk about that in a second. Thank you. Understatement. Peaches are key. If we get Yevgeny, what did we call him yesterday? If we get Phil and Jack me off to sit with Eve Vladibrock and Sergey Shittybag and eat peaches, we could have avoided this violent caucasity and tortious interference. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I reserve the right to say names any goddamn way I please. Anyway, yeah, the real lessons from the Hunter Biden saga. It's just all the drugs, Jack. It's addiction. That's the real thing to take away from here. You see, Hunter Biden, don't pay any attention to the fact that he was influence peddling, that he was not paying his taxes for years on end, to the tune of when he did pay them, he paid $1.2 million. Don't pay attention to the gun that he lied on his application to get and then was thrown away, and that apparently, did you see that he apparently blamed it on Mexicans stealing his gun?
Yeah.
Snub, thank you so much. Money, bet this excuse won't be extended to parents who oppose trans culture. No, of course it won't. No, you're not allowed to oppose trans culture. Come on, man. Especially if your kid was an addict and you pull them back and they detransitioned. Uzi Q, thank you so much. Just wanted to say hey and long time no see. Hey, how are you? Hope you've been well.
Hi.
Hunter Biden is a shitbag. He's a degenerate piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Not because he was a drug addict. That's a symptom of him being a horrible piece of shit. This guy had so many chances. His ass went to rehab over and I know you got to want it. I hear you. But everything in this guy's life has been shitbaggery. His brother dies. What's he do? Immediately start banging his wife, which I still say happened before then.
Probably, yeah.
And what's he do from there? Goes and knocks up a stripper. Jack, I'm fairly certain there's a ton of people who've done drugs in this country. Several who've been addicted even. And not all of them knocked up a stripper. Got to be careful.
Yeah, those are cock tease prostitutes.
Yeah, knocked up a stripper while being in a monogamous relationship with his brother's widow. That is not a sign of drug addiction. It's a sign of him being a fucking shitbag.
Yeah. Not to mention all the hookers that he wrote off on his taxes.
Yeah, don't forget. Yeah. Good morning, Nuts. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hi, Stargazer.
This is a sign of how you can pull your son back. By giving him sweetheart deals for jobs he didn't qualify for, so that you can sell influence to the Chinese and Ukrainians. I don't think that's available to anyone. That is such a specific way to bring your kid back from the brink of destruction and drugs.
It is, which is why rehab doesn't work for everyone, Monk.
I guess so. That's when rehab finally worked, was when he got that fucking sweetheart deal in Ukraine, and then the Chinese one comes through.
Yeah.
Wait, no, because he was still banging hookers. It was after that we heard hookers were shoving meth up his ass in a bar in New York City.
Well, it takes a lot of money to fix.
Oh,
his addictions.
Maybe all the payments hadn't come through yet.
Yeah. That's what the big guy was there for.
The real story of this saga. Look, if you want to talk about Hunter's addiction and yay, Joe brought him back. Sure, that's what happened. That's fine. That's fine. But the Hunter Biden saga has nothing to do with it. It's his criminal behavior. It's the influence peddling. It's the you better call me back and give me what I want. By the way, they've also linked up and found that right around that time, Hunter Biden got a shit ton of money. Shockingly. Odd, right? Now alleged to be a member of a sex cult. Yeah, it was a sex club in, was it Frisco or LA? I saw the headline for it. I didn't read the story about it. I think it's the guy who runs it said that Hunter was a member. Okay, sure. Were women lining up to be with Hunter when he had his crack teeth? And you will not convince me. I know he did a lot of crack and all that, but you will not convince me those are not meth teeth. I've seen meth teeth. Those are meth teeth. Or were.
Yeah.
He's got those new boogie teeth in.
Yeah, he had total meth mouth.
Yeah. That was meth mouth. You can sit now, a crack will fuck your teeth up. Not as quickly and melty like that as meth will. I love that that's an argument from the left. Hey, he didn't do meth. It was only crack.
Yeah, that makes it better.
I don't know what that argument means exactly. Are you trying to suggest that makes him a better person? That he's hey, it was only crack. But yeah, he blamed the loss of his gun on a couple of it's the Puerto Rican guy defense, but it was Mexicans. He apparently blamed it on. Said that there were a couple of Mexicans who worked at I think it's a restaurant nearby, and yeah, it was them, and they were probably illegal. That's what he reportedly said. Hi, King Fenor. Thank you. Checked Rockies game. It was 23-0 in the fourth inning. No.
Wow. That's impressively bad. Like, why didn't you just call it? Like, we give up. You win.
Hey, they could have come back. Could have. They didn't, and it would have been a long shot. But think of the movie that would have been made of that if they came back and actually won that after being down 23-0.
Oh yeah, that's like the Miracle on Ice.
Yeah, they call it
game thing.
They call it like Rudy 2 or something.
Yeah.
That is horrible. Like, I've seen some blowouts in baseball before. I've never seen that. That's wow.
It's like that soccer game from the other day, 12-1 or whatever, 12-0.
It was 12-0. Yeah, that was the Wrexham Dragons versus our U.S. national female team.
Yeah.
Rockies, which sport? That is baseball. Alrighty. Oh, that's that asshole whining about me. I don't really care about that one. Oh, we got to talk about this one. Now, we haven't talked about this lady in a long time. She used to come up all the time, but she kind of disappeared, and now she's back in for some reason on my timeline on some kind of regular basis. I don't know why. Syra, I don't know how you say her fucking name, Rao. She was part of the 2-person team that used to go around to rich white people's houses.
Oh, yeah.
And they would have these dinners where her and her co-host would have these white women get up there and tell about how racist they were while these two berated them and ate their food.
Yeah, and they charged like $20,000 or something ridiculous, right?
Yeah. It was I want to say $15,000 to $20,000 for the dinner. And these rich white women lined up to give this woman money for them to come tell her how much they suck. Who would sign up for that? Bored white women with a guilty conscience.
And too much money.
Eagle says, I don't remember this story well. Oh, we covered it extensively at the time. Frank, thank you so much. Didn't score that high in Angels in the outfield. That's because they didn't have a dog doing it for him. Remember Air Bud and he started playing all the other sports?
Yeah.
Anyway, so this lady says, white people, for the love of Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, we should talk about Gwyneth. Well, remind me of that in a second. Please stop approaching black and brown people at the grocery store, assuming we work there. It is racist and exhausting. You literally can't see us as anything but in service to you, and we are not. Okay.
Are you sure?
The only way that this happened is if she was like at Walmart wearing a blue shirt and khakis and somehow got a vest, because they went back to vest, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the people that work there because I don't make eye contact with them.
The only way that this woman got approached as though she worked there is if she was dressed like the people who work there.
I'd find it more likely believable if this was at Target and she was wearing like a red polo.
Well, that was the example I used when I told her to stop dressing like somebody. So stop
yeah.
dressing like Target employees and going to Target so you can make this fucking lie. Now, look, I've been approached in stores and asked if I work there. Walmart, which makes more sense because there's people who still know me from back when I did. But it's happened at other stores too. I don't know why. And Jack, I am as white gets. So it's not a fucking race thing, you stupid racist cunt. I am so tired of the race baiting bullshit. Not everything that happens to you because you're black or brown. Sometimes it's just because you're an asshole. A lot of the time it's just because you're an asshole.
So much hate in your heart.
I do. Look, I hate this shit. I really do. Because it's fomenting hate. And these are the people, oh, we got to get rid of racism. Then stop encouraging it. Can you talk for just a moment?
Sure. No, I agree with that. Makes sense. But, you know, some people have an entire cottage industry off of fomenting hate. And who hasn't been asked if they work there? If you look mildly intelligent and just are walking around, they'll think you work there. People are like, do you know where that is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I saw somebody say, I get asked all the time, probably because I don't look lost when I go into a store.
Yeah. If you look like you know where you're going or you're comparing something, people will ask you shit. It's just the way it is. Especially really dumb people. Like people that are like, do you have a handler nearby? Are you lost? Should you be out on your own? You run into those people, especially at Walmart. Get over it. Get over yourself. How important do you think you are, you fucking retards?
Jack, it's been a while, but we have to talk about Goop.
Do we?
We do. Ladies and gentlemen, those of you who don't know what Goop is, this is the lifestyle brand of Miss Gwyneth Paltrow, where she charges you several $100s for an egg you can shove in your vagina and candles that reportedly smell like her vagina. Why you want salmon scent in your house? I don't know. But that's what she says. And actually in the we looked it up one time. The candle, it's supposed to smell like cedar. It's cedar and earthly tones. So that makes it sound like she doesn't wash her vagina after she sat on the ground.
Yeah.
She has just trademarked a new thing, Jack. She's making chocolates now. And the chocolates are named This Tastes Like My Vagina.
Why?
Apparently a lot of people want chocolate Gwyneth Paltrow vagina.
No, they don't.
No, they do. She's making the product. Do you think they go bad after 28 days?
Yes.
I got to give it to this woman. People buy this shit. I don't know why, but they do. This woman sells like a $10,000 vibrator. $10,000. It's a little pocket one too. It's not even like a full size. And women are buying it. I don't know why. Because some people have more money than brains.
I guess. I mean, if you're a bored rich housewife and you're desperate to get off, maybe. But I still think it's stupid. Waste of money.
I just wonder if there's ever been a time, right, that a guy, he thought, you know what? I'm going to get some candles for my woman. I'm going to have a nice dinner date. And somehow he got his hands on some Gwyneth Paltrow candles, right? He's got this nice setup. He spent all day slaving over the stove, making her favorite dinner of ramen and hot dogs. And she comes in from a hard day's work, and he's like, "Hey, baby," thinking he's done something right. And she's like, "Who do I smell in here? Let me smell your dick."
That's Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina. Thought you'd like it.
Who wants their house to smell like somebody's vagina? I like vagina, Jack. I don't think I would like a whole house that smells like vagina.
No, not at all.
I'd be like, somebody. I'm not pointing fingers. It's not me, but somebody needs to wash.
Oh no, I'm in trouble again. Yeah, board rich housewives just get cabana boys. Thank you, Target Wranglers United, who says we're trying to get contacts at the big box stores. So, yeah, well, your contracts aren't seem to be coming through. But thank you, Target Wranglers United.
Thank you, Frank, who says I'm willing to eat the chocolate while the candle is lit, then go down on her for science, of course. I mean, if you're willing to, that's fine, but that is an expensive ass candle. Do we still have the? How much is the candle these days? Candles.
It was like $75.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's put it back on the screen. We're at her candle page now. Good God, man.
While you're pulling that up, thank you, Dixie Rose, for that very generous donation. I can't say anything about weird names. My perfume is named Juliet, has a gun, not a perfume. Nice.
Thank you, High King Fenor. Angel scored 25 runs on only 28 hits. God damn.
Wow. I don't even know what to say to that.
That's that you say fire all the pitchers on that staff.
Yeah, they're obviously working for the other team. Bunch of Benedict Arnolds.
All right, let's see. We got the Spiritus candle for 80. Well, all of these. Always there's a Valley de Farney candle that's only 38. It looks like a little votive candle.
It probably is.
Yeah. We got another 38 one. It's another one of the little ones. This is edition 2 of her Shiso. I don't know what that is. $72. Orchard, 72. Oh, and yeah, she doesn't have any that are called My Stanky Vagina. Well,
that was probably limited time only because it, her clam smells different now.
Let's see. We're not going to look at sex toys because we don't want to get kicked off. Featured brands, Goop Wellness. Now, we're not going to get into that because we'll probably get kicked off YouTube for spreading misinformation because she has some of those vitamins and stuff that are supposed to make you all better, Jack.
Yeah. Snake oil of the modern era.
Yeah. I want to talk about this story just briefly because it made me laugh for all the wrong reasons. NBC News is reporting this, that a nonprofit organization made up of 350 volunteer pilots and staff is helping transport those who need an abortion from states that have made it mostly illegal to states that allow the procedure. And my first thought here, Jack, I know you saw it on Twitter, was wait a minute, flying's bad for the planet.
Fuck the planet. They got babies to kill.
You're going to kill babies and all of humanity at the same time? At least get a horse and buggy or something that's environmentally friendly.
Yeah, it seems a little redundant to kill the planet and the baby. When you're killing the planet would kill the baby. So I don't know. It seems like a lot of extra steps.
Why not give those free trips somewhere else, knowing that those babies are going to die because you gave the free trips anyway?
Right? That's a good point.
How badly do you want to kill children that you're willing to destroy the planet for? Now, look, I don't believe in the destroy the planet thing, but these people do. They're lefties.
Yeah, they're not smart.
So you're going to kill all of humanity because you need to suck that baby out that badly.
Yes. Make the planet suffer.
You couldn't find some electric vehicles because they believe that is safe for the. You couldn't find some electric vehicles to just drive cross country.
I guess not.
How come they never pick up on their own hypocrisy?
They're dumb.
They are flying women cross country to get vacuumed out. Good for you guys for taking a stand for doing the right thing. That was a nice clap for them.
Yeah.
Why not just stick them in a submersible? Drop it near the Titanic.
That's not a bad idea.
Requires self-awareness. Fair enough. But I just love that this is presented as, look at what these guys are doing, helping these poor souls. What do you think will happen if a pilot sees like the same chick 3 times in a year? You think he's going to, nah, bitch, not this time.
Maybe they get a discount.
Got a punch card?
Yeah. 10th one's free.
Some frequent flyer miles kind of thing where it's like, we're going to give you condoms, but they're all going to have holes in them.
It's good for business.
Yeah.
I mean, think of the gas that's going into this.
Yeah. Just to fly some women to go get sucked out.
Are we allowed to call them whores?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
They're kind of hoes.
Should we talk about that dumbass Destiny thing?
Which one? They're all dumbass Destiny things.
The one from earlier today.
Oh.
You know which one I'm talking about now, right?
Yeah.
Look, I watch Destiny, and I've told you guys I enjoy a lot of Destiny stuff. But occasionally he still says really fucking stupid shit. And this is one of those times. Summer, thank you. Speaking of sub, those commies are real bastions of empathy when you have too much money. I'm glad they are leading the charge in healthcare. Oh, they're great people. They're good. They're good people.
Yeah, let's go with that.
I think there's music playing in this one. But we can't turn off the volume because we need to hear what's being said. All right. It says triggering pro-lifers with their logic. All right. Keep that in mind. Triggering them with their logic.
Yeah. I don't know when this clip is from because it might be older.
Even if it is, it's not that old.
Yeah, that's true.
Doesn't he have his blue hair? Yeah, he's got his blue hair here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks so stupid.
Yeah, it looks retarded. I don't know who told you that looked good, but it doesn't. So within the last year. Anyhow.
Do you think that your age or your development as a human means you are more or less entitled to equal protection under the law for basic human rights, including the right to not be killed?
A lot of women have miscarriages.
I don't know why they bleeped not be killed.
I don't know. I think they're trying to dance around an algorithm issue. that they think exists.
Is there an algorithm that if you say killed, it like, sorry, you can't be in there?
Maybe. I don't know. Who fucking knows these days?
Anyhow, she's asking, do you think there's a limit on the, when you have basic human rights?
Including the right to not be killed.
A lot of women have miscarriages, like without even knowing in the first few weeks of getting pregnant. Do you think we should start locking every single woman that has sex into some sort of facility to check for early miscarriages like that? Because if it is true, wouldn't that be the equivalent of a woman leaving a child starving to death on their floor?
No.
That's the stupidest fucking argument
What
I've ever heard.
A natural miscarriage is the same as a woman leaving a born child, starving to death on the floor.
I don't know what he's talking about. Those are completely different things. That's just lazy arguing.
But we're not done. He is taking the leftist thing that a miscarriage is the same as an abortion to like the extreme.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a new argument. This is stupid fucking logic they've tried many, many times. Anyhow.
No, absolutely not.
No.
How dare you?
Hold on, can you answer the question?
No. How dare you?
Because what you're talking about right now is essentially the real side of children is all the children being miscarried right now in the first few weeks of development. That's
the real genocide is unfortunate but natural miscarriage. That's not even close to what genocide means.
No, it's not.
Seriously, I watched this like that is some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Yep.
Thank you, Keldrig. Why do people always bring up miscarriages as if they are the same thing as abortion? Always so stupid. Because they're dumb. Because they can't just admit, we're killing babies and we have no problem with it. That's why. They can't be honest about it because nobody will jump on their side if they are.
Yeah, that's their... That they think it's a good argument because miscarriages can happen naturally, and that's the same thing, right? It's just a bunch of cells being flushed out of your body. They're dumb. They are dumb. It's a stupid argument made by small-minded people, or in this case, somebody who thinks they're arguing with a bunch of small-minded people, and it's pretty fucking disgusting.
And there's some that even take it to a more disgusting extreme, Jack. If you've ever been through a miscarriage, on the paperwork, what it says is spontaneous abortion.
Yeah.
And so they say, see, it's the same thing. It's called abortion. That's not a medically helped abortion. That's not a human intervened abortion. They're different things. It is fucking disgusting. And every time I hear that argument, I just want to. I don't want to do anything bad, Jack. I just want to go.
Just want to make motorboat noises.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's you called it disingenuous and lazy, and I do not disagree with you at all on that. But it's also really, really fucking stupid.
I agree.
Stupid.
I agree. But Destiny's one of those people thinks he's smarter than everybody around him, so he's talking down to all the people. All the plebs, and he tends to forget what an asshole he sounds like.
Marriage to not.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all I had.
Okay.
Feeding my child.
Why? It should be the same thing.
No, it's not.
Why is it not?
Well, you obviously
It's not
because.
Oh my god.
If you want to go all the way to the moment of conception, then that means that a woman who just whatever kind of miscarries in the first, second, or third week and doesn't realize it, that is the same as like, oops, somebody dropped their child down the stairs and they died.
Do you?
What?
Yeah.
If you have an abortion where you didn't even know you were pregnant, it just happens and you didn't even realize it. That is the same as accidentally dropping your child down the stairs.
Yes. Apparently.
All right.
understand science and what happens in a miscarriage and an unattended miscarriage.
Unattended. That's why I'm saying we should lock them up after they have sex.
I don't think your argument doesn't make any sense.
My argument makes perfect sense.
No, it actually.
Does perfect mean something different now?
It does to him because he's arguing with people he thinks are lessers. So they should fall for it because they're stupid.
All right.
He is an incredibly arrogant person. And it shows a lot of times when he thinks that somebody's dumb. And I don't think he has any respect for women either. So that's probably a little bit of it. But I seriously think the dude's a misogynist. So by that perspective, he's arguing with people that are less than him because they're stupider. And they're women, so he's got to dumb it down. So, of course, it's going to make sense because he said it does. And they're just going to fall in line.
I think I just linked you guys my reply to this, but you can still see the video. I'm not watching the rest of this on my show. That is too stupid. That is just too stupid.
It's fucking dumb, and it's a pretty horrible take. It's cruel.
Yeah, it is.
But
that's just feeding pro-lifers back their own rhetoric. That is
I don't know how.
It's not because the kind of people who would cheer on that are too fucking stupid to understand why it doesn't make any sense. Again, High King Fenor, thank you so very much, my friend. Think the Rockies hired Destiny to pitch tonight? Speaking of that, I did see a really cool video today. A guy goes out to throw the first pitch at a baseball game. And he's tossing the ball in his hand, and he winds up, and he throws the ball, and it turns into a dove.
Oh, that's neat.
It was really cool. And you can see he's being nice, letting the dove go. And I think it would have been a better video if he pitched it still.
Backed out the pitcher's eyes. Oh. Thank you, Frank. I watched this whole thing. His arguments were weak, but they were horrible arguing their points. He said once there was consciousness after about 20 weeks, it shouldn't be done, but didn't count it as a person prior to consciousness.
Thank you, Alan, who says his life makes me sad. Yeah, me too. The whole consciousness thing that we don't know that consciousness is at 20 weeks. It goes to the same argument of the people like there's not a real heart. You mean the thing that's pumping blood through the baby?
Yeah.
Destiny does have a habit, let's call it that, of finding dumb people to argue with. It's not a bad strategy.
No, but it's lazy.
If you want to look smarter, absolutely argue with dumb people. And I've said this before, there's a lot of people who are on my side of things that I don't think should ever fucking argue about it because they can't.
Yeah.
They can't articulate it, and they get easily trapped in things like that because they can't go out there and explain what they're trying to say as somebody is rhetorically bombarding them with stupidity. In fact, I even saw this with the recent interview of Just Pearly when she was on with Ethan Klein. Did you get to see that, Jack?
No, I don't want to watch a bunch of ugly people argue.
Oh, dude, it was bad. How do you make Ethan Klein look smart? But anyway, even in that, there were several things left laying on the floor because neither one of them is very bright.
Yeah.
Neither one of them knows what they're actually arguing. They pick their side and they just repeat what they've heard. So
that sounds correct.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true. And yeah, I will keep making fun of that Just Pearly chick because she's dumb as fuck. How you make Ethan Klein look smart? Seriously. All right, Jack. Let's see what you brought tonight. Da-da. I didn't really. Oh, really? Sorry, I just read the headline on this one. I didn't really have many stories tonight. It was mostly just irritating shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Harvard behavior. Oh, sorry.
That happens.
It does. It does. Somebody pointed out when that guy called me a grifter that I'm such a good grifter, I have to have you on the show to remind me to shill. Which, by the way, reminds me to shill. Guys, hit the like button, the share button. Please tell your friends, your family, that bitch you hate. Get him here watching because I bet you hate my touch your wiener. And if you can, please donate to Jack and myself. The link's at the top of your YouTube chat. Is also in the description of both Rumble and YouTube. You can also check out our merchandise that's down there. Go check out all of our other channels and become a Super Monkey supporter and Jack supporter.
Broke, give us money.
It doesn't come with any advantages, but you're super then.
Money, me, money, me.
No, I'm not even just the money thing. Go watch my other channels so that YouTube is like, oh, people are watching him.
Yeah, we put out a lot of content between us. So
the game channel, I'm going to be moving over there soon, Jack, and I've started making sure I'm uploading regularly. Sorry about episode 6, guys, or 7. It is coming. It's scheduled for tomorrow at noon, but it's gotten some decent feedback already. And since I'm already monetized over there, and I don't talk politics, I can actually make money on YouTube over there.
What?
I know, right? Which is weird because I still talk politics and shit. They don't know. Don't tell them. Shh. Because I do try to keep it about gaming or keep it light, but if politics comes up, politics comes up.
Things happen.
Harvard behavior scientist who studied honesty accused of fabricating data.
File this under irony.
File this under duh.
Yeah.
Horde Night tonight, Monkey. Let's see. We're into night 25, so probably not. Probably not. I'm going to try to do just 2 hours tonight, so we'll be ending on somewhere around the beginning of night 28. So we won't be late into night 28, which would be our Horde Night. Prominent Harvard behavioral scientist. Oh, stop calling him scientist if it's that. That's a soft science. It's not a real science.
Yeah, that's more of a philosophy.
Yeah. A behavioral scientist who undertook studies about honesty is under fire for allegedly fabricating papers that she worked on, according to a report. Harvard Business School's Francesca Gino, or is that Gino?
It is a woman. I don't know.
Okay. Allegedly chalked up phony results tied to studies, including one focused on honest behavior. The New York Times reported. She's been placed on leave, according to her business school webpage, which the Times reported showed she was still on the job as recently as mid-May. She's published 135 articles since 2007, according to the Chronicles for Higher Education. In a blog called Data Colada. Really?
Yeah, they're so original over there.
Run by 3 behavioral scientists, it alleged fraud in 4 academic papers that Gino co-authored. They said they presented evidence of fraud to Harvard in the fall of 2021, tied to a 2012 paper and another 3 papers she was a part of. Thank you, Frank, who says the irony. No shit. The paper claims people.
Okay. Thank you, Comrade Kitty, for the feminist donation. Throws a wad of cash. Well, I appreciate that. I'd show you my nipples, but nobody wants to look at that.
I would not show you my nipples, but I would describe them to you. They're nice. They're good nipples. Not like misshapen or miscolored. They're not like really big or really small. They're the perfect man nipple. Kind of sensitive, really.
Huh.
As nipples tend to be. All right. The paper claimed that people who fill out tax forms or insurance documents are more honest if they attest to the truth of their response at the top of the page instead of the bottom, the Times reported. Why would that make a difference?
I don't know.
I mean, okay. You think people are like, oh, they told me at the top I got to be honest, so I got to do it. That's one of the experiments asked about 100 participants to complete a worksheet of 20 puzzles, and for every puzzle cracked, they would get $1. Participants later submitted a form saying how much money they earned from the puzzle solving, but were led to believe that they wouldn't get caught if they cheated. All right. What does that have to do with where you place the thing?
This is Science Monkey.
In reality, researchers would be able to know how many puzzles were solved. The study determined participants were more truthful if they attested to the accuracy of their response at the top of the form and not the bottom. But the 3 scientists, people whose names I don't care about, in their blog posts alleged some of the data had been tampered with, according to the Times. Back in 2021, the same 3 behavioral scientists pinpointed evidence of another study in the same paper seemed to rely on bad data. University of Pennsylvania Wharton School behavioral scientist. There's a whole lot of these people who got not real jobs.
Yeah.
This makes number 5 in just this story. Maurice Schweitzer told the Times that he was rewriting 8 papers that he worked with Gyno on. He noted others were doing the same. The accusations lodged against Gyno were leading to major reverberations in the academic community because Gyno has so many collaborators, so many articles, who is really a leading scholar in the field, he told the Times. Gyno has been honored as one of the 40 business professors under 40 and has numerous awards. You know why? Hang on. I'm going to show you why. This is why everybody's collaborating with her and why she got, because she's kind of cute, especially for a scientist.
Looks kind of fat, but yeah, I mean, I guess.
You think everybody looks fat?
I don't think everybody looks fat.
Yes, you do.
That bitch looks fat.
She
looks like she's going to play Batgirl next time.
She's got no fat in her face. What are you talking about?
Whatever.
She doesn't have a fat neck. There's no bulges or wrinkles. What are you talking about?
Couldn't see her collarbone very easily.
You just don't like white girls.
It's not my fault that so many white girls are chubbies.
She doesn't look chubby at all. No, she's a little bit cute. So they're like, I want some of her clout.
That bitch is gonna plop a kid out and gain 50 pounds.
That's what they get for falling for a pretty face. Look, scientists. I almost called them scientists. I apologize to real scientists. Social scientists. Look, you're not the first ones to fall for a pretty face, man. Her eyes are a little too close together. Have you seen most scientist chicks? They look like me, all right? And while I'm a handsome man, I am an ugly woman.
I'm telling you, man, that chick, you get past that collarbone and she's going to plump right up. I bet she's got fat, flabby arms, too. She's probably got a giant ass that takes up like 2 airline seats.
Now I want to find there's got to be, if she's been this honored, there's got to be a picture of her somewhere. Full body.
I bet she's got thighs that could crack walnuts open.
How dare you? Why are you hating on the white chicks? Not as big skinny as fuck, man.
Hold on, let me switch screens.
Hang on, let me get a full-size picture of her up here. Yeah. Dude, this bitch skinny. I told you. You just don't like white girls.
I like some white girls.
That girl ain't fat. She's wearing very baggy clothes.
Though.
Well, all of the pictures are like that.
Yeah, well, they could all be really old.
She's not fat. How dare you? Anyhow, so there we go. She's a skinny liar. Guys, gentlemen, please hear me out. There are plenty of pretty women out there. Stop falling for it.
Look, guys, if you know that you're a 5 and some 6 or 7, or in this case a 3, starts telling you that, oh my gosh, this would be so great if you help me with this, it's a trap. Don't fucking fall for it. They're just there to get your resources and your seed.
Hey, look, this woman was playing the game. She's out there getting papers written. That's how you get ahead in the pseudoscience world. Everybody jumping on board because Gyno wanted something done.
Right? And her name is Gyno. That should have been a massive red flag.
It's probably actually Gino, but Gyno's funnier. I'm just saying. For the record, I don't want anybody to think we're spreading false information.
Hey, how you pronounce words? I mean, that's up to you. That's how they identify in my head.
Anyway, so Miss Gyno in her honesty stuff was lying. Shock. Look, I don't trust social scientists at all.
No, that's witchcraft. It's not real science. It's all the soft sciences like that. All the most of the humanities, for that matter, are more opinion based.
They are, and there's no way to actually test most of what they talk about. And it's all pop. It's all whatever is popular at the time. That's what it's based on. And you can see it in the fads that become psychology and sociology in the world we live in.
Coughs with the autism spectrum.
Yeah. Anyhow, let's move along. We have one about AI.
Yeah.
Are you worried about AI, Jack?
Probably a little bit.
I'm not.
I worry about most things. I figure something's going to kill us. I just kind of want to be prepared for it, you know.
If somebody can program a computer to steal a whole bunch of lines from game journalists to write an article that looks like one of them wrote it, they need to get better at their writing.
Yeah, it just tells me you're lazy and you need that class.
If you look at most of the games journalism or most journalism today, it's very thin. Calling it thin is even a joke. I mean, how much of it is top 10 lists? You know what I mean? There's not a lot of thought put into it. There's not a lot of heart put into it. That's why it's so easy to fake.
Yeah.
All right. A lawyer used Chat GPT to cite bogus cases. What are the ethics?
Yeah, this article is actually from last month. We just missed it somehow. And I thought it was worth talking about since AI's been everywhere lately.
Yeah, everybody's talking. And so many people, oh my God, it's taking over. Maybe. Sure. You know what this means, Jack? This means don't read anything. Come to us and listen to us talk. We're
That's
real
true.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. We're way too lazy to use this stuff. And we're poor, so we can't afford it.
And much like this article we're looking at, you don't have to have a giant ad in the middle of what we're talking about.
Right?
Good God, that ad space. Thank you, Snubber. I am leaning towards AI voice acting. Video games are correcting remasters and remakes now, and practically they are hiring by a gay Bechdel. How do you say that word? Test. The one for acting, is it Bechdel? Is that how you pronounce that?
Bechdel.
Thank you. I know I always say it wrong, so I appreciate you being here for that.
That's why you keep me around.
That and a few other things.
Yeah, and I remind you to chill because you're a terrible grifter.
I don't. There's a lot of games that they've remastered and they make changes in them that I don't agree with for the modern audience. And what they should do is just leave them the fuck alone. The reason you're remaking them is because people loved them. That should tell you don't have to change anything. Now, I understand in today's world that somebody might get mad about it because millennials got all up in their own feelings about Friends being too offensive.
Yeah, well, they're a bunch of pussies. So, it's not exactly to my liking. I hate it. It hurts my feelings. Yeah.
You know, I love the show Friends, but there's nothing offensive about it. There's not offensive comedy in there.
Well, they talk about that cat that has an odor problem.
Smelly cat?
Mean. Yeah, that was mean.
I suppose. Well, they were like, they made homophobic jokes.
Yeah, they probably did, but they're jokes.
Very few. They were few and far between. But
they were all straight white people. The worst thing you could be.
How you get pissed off about Friends? I just look.
Friends so white.
Not liking it. Okay, I get that. If you just don't like the show, that's fair, Jack.
Yeah, but they can't say that.
But yeah, if you're coming at it, it's so the comedy's offensive. No, you are just such a soft little pussy hands.
That's right. Generation pussy hands. We're making that a thing.
We are. Generation pussy hands. And they really are. And so, yeah, I get why they're making the changes, the companies that are making them, because the people who are making them are the kind of people who got upset about Friends making a couple of what they considered to be homophobic jokes.
Yeah, my biggest complaint was I didn't find it funny.
And again, I accept that as an answer. I disagree with you, but I accept it as an answer.
Yeah. I mean, that's every sitcom, though. Mm-hmm. Somebody finds it funny, somebody else doesn't. It's preference. But you can't have preferences anymore. So they have to find something else to bitch about. So, instead of I just don't like that, they're like, hey, it's racist.
This is how we're going to get AI writing everything for us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it'll all look like that Christmas episode of South Park where they did the weird performance art shit. Because everything offends everybody. There's always somebody that's offended by some aspect of it. So they have to get rid of it. Next thing you know, you got everybody wearing black leotards doing some interpretive dance shit. You know, like, what the fuck is this crap?
Those were dark green leotards, thank you.
Whatever. You get my point. I haven't seen that episode in 20-some years.
Keldrick, thank you so very much for the feminist $12. I'm okay with remakes changing something if it adds to the story, fixes a story issue in the original game. However, changing something just because modern audience is a red flag. Yeah. They did that with the remakes, the remaster of the Mass Effect series. And some of what they took out was the sexy scenes.
Oh, don't want to offend people with sex.
It wasn't even that. It's not like they showed them full penetration or anything.
Monkey, that super chat you got, who was that from?
Oh, Dark Resurrect. Who'd I say?
You said Keldrick.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Dark Resurrect, thank you for that feminist $12. How the fuck did I say Keldrick on that?
I don't know. Were you looking at my screen? Because thank you, Keldrick. Journalism's so thin, even Jack doesn't find it attractive. Right? You're not wrong, dude.
Keldrick was the one right before that, but I know I read the name. I'm so sorry, Dark Resurrect. Dark Resurrect's the one he is our feminist $12 master around here.
He is an expert in feminist donation foo.
Yeah.
If that were a thing. Thank you, Frosted Glass. Hey, Jack, you were right about that chick not being as skinny as she looks. I visited her house and snapped a photo. I sent it to your Twitter DMs. No need to thank me. Oh, well, appreciate the dono, Frosted. Thanks for the heads up. I will check my DMs accordingly. And I know you're joking, but for the record, that's a joke, YouTube.
Yeah, we always got to be careful with YouTube and jokes. All right. How bad is it?
It's hilarious. All right, hang on.
Showable?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fucking funny.
All right. Oh, wow.
That's funny.
Nice. Well played.
I like the Tomb Raider shirt. That's the biggest Lara Croft I've ever seen.
Yeah, he's got a special order those.
Oh yeah, I bet they cost $40 a piece. I mean,
especially
a graphic tee.
Yeah. A New York lawyer is facing what? I'm sorry, bud.
He always bitches how he's broke too. Thanks, Frosted.
Last I heard, he was stopping doing that. I don't know if he ever did because I don't watch him that often. I only watch Boogie when he does something stupid.
I never watch Boogie because he's fucking retarded. I hate him. I think he's so dumb.
A New York lawyer is facing potential sanctions over an error-riddled brief he drafted with help from ChatGPT. It's a scenario legal ethics experts, there's an oxy fucking moron, have warned about since ChatGPT burst onto the scene in November, making a new era for AI that can produce human-like responses based on vast amounts of data. Stephen Schwartz of Levidow and Obram faces a June 8th sanction hearing. Oh, so that already happened, yeah? What day is this? June 25th, right?
Yeah. This is an older article.
Yeah, Mike. I was just wondering if we find an update on what happened to the guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I got too lazy to look it up.
Okay. Anyway, sanctions hearing before U.S. District Judge Kevin Castle after he admitted to using ChatGPT for his brief in his client's personal injury case against Avianca Airlines. The brief cited six non-existent court decisions. How? You didn't have somebody at least double check that before you took it to court?
Oh, I did see an update on this. He got charged $5,000 by the court for this.
That's it?
Yeah, it was like $5,000. What I'm guessing is that the AI system pulled case files from like episodes of Law and Order or something that were all fictitious. Yeah, they just make shit up for those.
Schwartz said in the court filing that he greatly regrets his reliance on the technology and was unaware of the possibility that its contents could be false.
How would you not expect that? That's so dumb.
I read it on the internet.
Yeah. Fucking read.
Lawyers representing Avianca alerted the court to the non-existent cases cited by Schwartz, who did not respond to a request for comment.
Yeah, shocker. I wouldn't either. That's embarrassingly dumb.
I would have responded. And I would have been very contrite. You know what I mean? You're probably right on not responding at all, but I'd be like, I made a huge mistake. It was just a mistake. I made a mistake. It was a mistake.
I don't understand technology. Plead stupid. At least then people feel bad for you. Oh, Dangerous has an update from a couple days ago. Go here. Let me load it up. Real quick, though. Thank you, Dark Resurrect, for that feminist donation. For an example, in the Resident Evil 4 remake, I didn't mind that they changed Ashley's outfit from the original. However, they changed Ada's voice actress with a monotone woman. All the flirtatious energy she had was just cut, yet it was in the Resident Evil 2 remake. Yeah, unfortunately, there was a big time gap between those, and as I remember it, in the Resident Evil 4 remake, they were getting more and more woke in the industry.
New York federal judge sanctioned lawyers who submitted, so there was more than one, a legal brief written by the artificial intelligence tool ChatGPT, which included citations of non-existent court cases. In addition to paying a $5,000 fine, the attorneys Peter DeLuca and Stephen Schwartz and their Lebedow law firm were ordered Thursday to notify each judge falsely identified as the author of the bogus case ruling. They got to write a letter. What if it was, how do we know they're all real judges?
That's a good point.
Judge Castle said, get this fucking shit off my screen. Said he might not have punished them if they had come clean about using GPT before the purported cases the AI cited. What?
If they had just said we use ChatGPT, instead they had to get busted first. Like, these aren't real cases. Oh yeah, well we did use ChatGPT.
Yeah, so good. I think that $5,000 is a bit low.
Yeah, but lawyers covered their own.
Court will not require an apology from respondents because a compelled apology is not a sincere apology. That's fair. Any decision to apologize is left to the respondents.
It still should have been tossed in front of an ethics committee at the minimum.
Oh God, yeah. Well, wasn't this an ethics judge, or was it just the regular judge? There are ethics complaints in the case. Gotcha.
Yeah, they still should have been in front of the committee because they should probably be disbarred for this type of shit. You effectively lied to the court and tried to deceive them.
I said he wouldn't have punished them if they'd come clean, but Castle said the lawyers exhibited bad faith by making false and misleading statements about the brief and its contents after Avianca's lawyers raised concerns that the legal citations in the brief were from court cases that did not exist. Hang on, CNBC, you guys need editors, and Dan Mangan, you need to proofread your shit a little better. You got words missing, and I don't read all that well to begin with, so it makes me sound even dumber, and I don't appreciate that. I really don't, and I feel like you need to write me a letter of an apology. How dare you, sir? Anyhow, so
son of a bitch. Oh.
They lied about it after they were busted. How do you not, end up disbarred for that shit?
You got me, man.
All right, sure, why not? Anyhow, yeah, I was just when the date came up, you had already said that this was an older story, but yeah, I was like, wait, hey, do we have an update? And apparently we do. He got a slap on the hand, and he's got to go tell judges who may or may not exist that they cited him in this stupid ass case. Zuck spy, former CIA agent, takes over election policies at Facebook. No.
What? I mean, is that really dangerous or anything?
We already saw this. We already saw it last election cycle. This is the shit that came out in the Twitter files. There's so many ex-CIA agents working for this FBI and CIA working for just Twitter that they had their own little group and code names for each other. Nothing to worry about, guys.
Nothing.
Aaron Berman, a 17-year veteran of the CIA who already held a senior position in Facebook's misinformation team during the 2020 election, has been promoted to head of election policies at the company known now as Meta. Just go back to calling it Facebook. Nobody wants to call your company Meta.
Yeah, it's a dumb
stupid.
name.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm trying to be like super meta, dude.
Whatever happened to their little game where you ran around and bought fake things with real money?
Oh, you mean what was basically Animal Crossing?
Yeah.
Don't know.
The
characters all looked like they were from the Xbox dashboard when they made you make stupid little characters.
They look like the Wii characters. I don't know about the Xbox one.
No, they kind of looked like the Wii ones. Yeah.
Anyway, is anybody even still involved in that?
I don't know. I know people pay money to do stuff in Roblox because I heard a commercial for that the other day. Some concert.
Well, Roblox, I mean, that's really big with the kids, man.
Yeah. I'm sure Meta was big for a minute until people realized it was stupid.
I never saw the point. It was like, hey, let's go live a virtual life. It was like Second Life for children.
Yeah, but it's sort of some sort of pseudo escapism thing. I don't really get the point, but we're not the target demographic age-wise.
Wait. No. In Meta, they wanted everybody doing that. That was supposed to be at everybody.
Well, I don't know who told them that would work, but it's kind of dumb.
Well, they kind of, it was all this Internet 2.0 shit. Everything is Internet 2.0. Internet, fuck you. You're not going to have something probably in our lifetime, Jack, that changes the world the way the internet did. Yeah. Especially when all you're doing is putting a game on the internet.
Yeah. Unless you could actually plug your brain in to like real virtual reality, it's silly. You're just making another multiplayer game.
Metaverse, thank you. That's the Snowflame. Metaverse is what they called it. Ugh. Cheap knockoff Second Life. And I didn't like Second Life either. I thought Second Life was dumb as shit.
I know people that invested hundreds of hours on Second Life, and they would make little trinkets and sell them. They were having a lot of fun doing it. Fine. But this meta thing looked like a slightly better graphic knockoff version of that.
Yeah.
It was already something that existed and had its own community. They're not going to come over and join yours, especially when it looks like you're just trying to profiteer and do a bunch of microtransactions like a shitty mobile game.
It's exactly what they were doing. And remember all the companies who signed on to like have a Wendy's in the game? Like what the like people are gonna, and some apparently did, line up to go buy shit at fake Wendy's.
Yeah, those were hipster suckers though. You can trick them into buying anything if you promote it as being the next cool thing.
I would have done that if I went to their Wendy's in the metaverse and ordered Baconator fries and they showed up at my house.
Yeah, that'd be different. But the stuff you did in game, you were just wasting money on fake stuff. It's not even like stuff you could use to like smite your enemies with. You know, like if you bought a sword in Warcraft, I could understand that, but I'd still think it's dumb, but I'd understand the functionality of it. This is stupid.
As a fat guy, you know how pissed off I would be if I went and ordered Baconator fries on this little game and I did not get to actually eat Baconator fries.
Right?
Baconator fries are my probably the favorite thing I order at any fast food restaurant. I don't get them very often because they are horrible for you. That bacon, I'm not even sure that's meat, but they are wonderful.
Yeah, they're really bad for you.
Very bad for you. Don't get them very often, guys. But if I went there, like, yeah, Baconator fries, I'd be like, I get Baconator fries. No. You get to look at this little imitation thing that we built in this stupid ass game where you don't even have legs and feel good about yourself because you just gave Wendy's some money. Who does that?
Suckers. This is hipster douchebaggery. Maybe some like older person that goes into it for the novelty, spends $20, and then it's like, this is dumb. Then they move on with their life. They don't sit there and sink in hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So I don't see how this is a sustainable financial investment. At least Second Life self-perpetuates because you have to make your own stuff. So you have to sit there and kind of program kind of thing. Sure. So I understand why that one has like a very tight fan base that will probably never go away. There'll always be people that are tinkering around in there, and it's still around. So it kind of proves my point.
Berman served at the CIA between March 2002 and July. Wow, motherfucker was there for a long time. July 2019. During that time, he wrote for and edited the President's Daily Brief, an influential top secret document prepared by the U.S. intelligence community given to the president each morning. According to Berman's LinkedIn, he enjoyed position of considerable influence at the agency, including supervising teams of dozens of analysts and with multi-million-dollar budgets. As the guy who writes the brief where everybody else just tells him what to put in there. All right.
Yes.
And leading briefings for members of Congress and National Security Council members. In 2019, he left the agency and joined Facebook, now known as Meta, where he became a senior product policy manager for misinformation. According to Berman, he built the misinformation policy team's U.S. workforce and put policies into practice during critical events. For those of you who talk any kind of politics on Facebook, good luck to you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a spook going to shut you down.
There's a crackdown coming. All right. Well, fuck this guy and fuck Meta and fuck Zuckerberg.
I really hope they have that fight.
Oh, me too. I hope it's the full MMA that Elon asked for.
Yeah, I think Elon would kick his ass.
Me too. Elon got that fat man belly.
Yeah, but he could lose that. He's a fairly tall dude too. I think he could take Zuckerberg out.
It's kind of like Kingpin in Marvel.
Yeah,
he looked fat, but it's all muscle. Notice he doesn't have rolls. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. He's got that like Dutch barrel chest. It makes him look like he's a little fatter than he is. And
he's got that it's fat old man I used to be in shape kind of belly.
Yeah. I don't have that. I'm just fat.
Still, if you punch it, it's like punching a wall. As long as he knows the punch is coming.
Yeah, it's true. I would put money on Elon in that. I would do Vegas odds.
All right. U.S. approves nation's first lab-grown meat for sale because it's just too hard to breed a new animal.
Yeah, so they're going to create meat instead of just killing a fucking chicken.
You know how many chickens we have? And they're
Yeah,
delicious.
You know how easy it is to breed, too, as opposed to the price of creating fake meat?
But this will save the planet.
No,
you know, as they use all that electricity to make fake meat. U.S. regulators have approved the nation's first lab-grown meat for sale. Chicken products grown from animal cells. I don't like that. I don't like the vague animal sales thing. That's like somebody saying, "We're having meat tonight."
Yeah. What kind? Is it people? If you say long pig, I'm out.
I need a little bit more specific in my diet.
Yeah.
Well,
no, you eat hot dogs, so
at least I know what animals they were supposed to come from.
Right. Assassin of the Grey said this has value for space exploration. Yeah, I'd rather they just took space chickens.
Just take chickens into space.
Yes, then you can have your eggs lobbed to you gently and they'll scramble themselves.
The USDA on Wednesday gave the okay for 2 California companies to sell their chicken products to restaurants and eventually supermarkets. How much does this shit cost?
I think right now it's fairly expensive, but the price will come down if they can get enough buyers. I don't trust this, though. There's too many horror movie scenarios where this goes absolutely wrong.
Pyrus says this is going to be ethanol all over again, right?
Yeah. Or Soylent Green, like Captain Trooper said.
Startup Upside Food, formerly known as Memphis Meat, and Good Meat, a subsidiary of Eat Just. All right, Eat Just Inc. announced the USDA approvals on Wednesday. The USDA decision means that from now on, the agency will inspect the company's cultured meat facilities, just as it already does for regular meat processing plants. 2 companies plan to serve the new food first in exclusive restaurants. Upside Food has partnered with a San Francisco restaurant called Bar Kren, while Good Meat dishes will be served at a Washington, D.C. restaurant run by chef and owner Jose Andres. The companies and others like them say their new tech-enabled meat. Tech-enabled meat. That sounds like you got an implant for your penis. Will be able to feed humans without killing animals and without the environmental impact associated with grazing, growing feed for animals, and animal waste. You mean fertilizer? What are they going to do when they get rid of all the fertilizer?
I don't know.
Good luck, vegans. Will vegans eat this? I mean, it's not that the chickens aren't being hurt.
I mean, technically, it's probably an animal product.
It is, but they're not harming the animals.
Cells. Yeah, but there's no animal harm. So I don't know. I think that puts them in a quandary. But they try and make all their fake shit taste like real meat. So they obviously want to eat real meat. So I don't know.
Is Vegan Gains still on Twitter?
Probably. You just send him this article and find out.
Yeah, I want to ask him. That does not look like Vegan Gains. That is definitely not Vegan Gains.
I think he's under his name, isn't he?
I don't remember his name. It's Richard something. What's
really? It's Richard something?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really curious about this.
Yeah, because that does put people in kind of an ethical quandary.
Let's
see. Yeah, he's got a Twitter link here. Yeah, it's twitter.com/vegangains.
Oh, nothing comes up when I click on that.
Oh. Mine hasn't finished loading yet, so
let's see. Vegan Gains.
His account suspended. That's why.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He's on Instagram and Patreon.
I'm not on Instagram.
Just get his email address off his about page.
Wait, is this really him over here? Oh, that hasn't been used in forever. Get his what? His email?
Yeah.
I'll have to do that later. Anyway, they're feeding us lab-grown meat for some reason.
Yeah, pseudo meat. I don't trust this. I mean, this sounds like how zombie apocalypses happen.
Oh my, thank you, Donald Camp. I got a pay raise this week, so I had to ask myself, do I want a new Transformer or share the love with you two? Share with Jack. Hi, Jack. Thank you so much, Donald. It's very, very kind.
Hi, Donald. Thanks.
And congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely. You've been working hard. Hope you enjoy it.
Indeed, indeed.
Appreciate
Thank you for sharing it with us. That's very kind.
Absolutely.
Jack, have you seen the new Mario movie?
No, I heard it was good though.
I wouldn't go good. It's all right.
Oh yeah, is it better than The Flash?
Oh, much better than The Flash.
Yeah, well, that's a low bar, I guess, but
it's kind of like watching a highly animated version of somebody playing the game while there's kind of a story going on.
That's kind of how they described it, though, because I think it was the director said they wanted to make it look like a game.
And they did in many parts. It's like you're watching somebody play the game. It was okay. I didn't hate it. I'm just curious on if this is how they're going to go in that direct, because you can take Mario, you can take so many Nintendo properties and kind of do this with it. But I hope they don't all go this game route, because I really want them to finally make a fucking Zelda movie. Yeah, just to break my heart when they fuck it all up.
They will, and Link will be trans, and Zelda will be well, she's blonde, so she'll be half black.
Probably, yeah.
Apparently, Vegan Gains is live right now, Monkey.
Wait, where's he live at?
On YouTube.
Oh, is he?
That's what Retro said. I already closed the tab. I didn't pay attention to whether he's live or not.
We're
doing it live.
He is. I'm not going to bring it up on the screen or anything. Oh shit, good. He's got subscriber only mode on. Fuck you. God damn it. Dude, I just want to ask you a legitimate question. Why is it so hard to get a hold of people?
Dude, I don't know.
All right. We'll leave Richard alone for tonight. No dick tonight, guys. Anyhow, we got one last thing here. And then I got to go kill zombies, Jack.
Oh, yeah, indeed.
Well, I don't got to go kill zombies. I get to go kill zombies.
Oh,
that's a big difference.
That's true.
When I say gotta, it makes it sound like, fuck, I gotta go play a video game. Like that's the worst thing that could happen to you.
Yeah. It's like a job. Shut up. You're playing a video game. You're having fun.
You, Jack, in the chat are sometimes the best part of my day. I wish I could share with everyone, but it keeps the show going. I'm happy. Dude, that is very kind of you. And I agree. Our chat is some of the best people I've seen on the internet. Best chat in the world, bar none. I will bite anyone who says different. Hashtag I will not really bite you, because some people out there is dirty as fuck, and I don't want that in my mouth.
Right. Plus, we have funny people in chat.
We do.
So we try and crack jokes, but sometimes when you're not on the show, chat is a riot to be a part of.
Chat is always great. And one of the great things about our chat is a lot of these people go to some of the other shows that we watch. So you get to go over there and interact with them when you can't on the show live as much as you might want.
Oh, yeah. I run into people on AP stream all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And various other places. Frosted's chat, of course. Wherever I don't catch as many live streams as I used to, but I run into people in weird spots. Dark Sayings, I run into people over there. So it's cool because you get to know people and then you recognize them and you can chat and make little jokes to each other, and other people don't get them and you can laugh at them. I
don't chat as much as I used to. For a couple of reasons. One, I'm usually doing something else when I'm watching stuff now. And two, I used to be really bad about being a jackass in chat.
Yeah.
And so I've scaled that back some. But every so often I'll go over to some place that I watch all the time, like AP, for instance. I don't often talk in his chat, but every so often I will. And somebody who's not used to me being over there, like, Monkey, you watch this? Like, for years, dude, for years. All right, we got a little fireman on our screen.
Indeed. I thought we'd end with a different type of video.
Yeah.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, he saved a baby. You guys are probably getting a slideshow, but this is adorable as shit. Okay, those parents are awesome.
The dad's a firefighter, and apparently this was something they did for her to have fun, kind of bonding.
That's so cute.
Isn't it?
I don't know why I'm watching a little girl run now. Oh, this is where we see her dad.
And she's getting suited up.
She's adorable. Oh,
Isn't that cute?
That is so cute. Yeah, we need to throw that in the chat because that was probably jumpy as shit for them.
I already did.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, that's adorable. I like parents who go above and beyond and things like that.
Yeah. Only a matter of time before she starts fires just to put them out.
Yeah,
right,
that's he just sparked her pyro phase.
That's how she rebels against dad.
Indeed, indeed.
Did you want to watch a Rome Girl, or should we quit on a high note?
Oh, I really need to go. Oh, fuck. You know I want to watch a Rome Girl.
I know. Well, I wasn't going to, but Merle mentioned it. He said, no Rome Girl, and I don't like disappointing the audience.
We'll get a Rome Girl tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I need to go get a show done. It's Peter's birthday, Peter. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Peter. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sir. Hope you have a good one. Really, really do. So, yes, no Rome Girl tonight. We will pick her up tomorrow. Hopefully we don't get any social diseases on us. For tonight, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. You guys are the reason we've been growing lately, Jack. I don't know if you've known that. And it's great.
Haven't paid that close of attention, honestly.
It's not us. I mean, we do what we can, but it's these folks with their word of mouth and their likes and you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you for the donations. We really, really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Jack, anything you want to show?
I'll drop a link to a really cool video. But as always, thank you for the donos. It really does help keep us going. And thanks for coming out night after night and spreading the word because we love doing the show and we like seeing you guys here.
Twitch.tv/ranting monkey. Be over there in just a little bit. We're going to be playing some more 7 Days to Die. We're getting the base built. It's getting there. It's almost ready to test against zombies. Ran into one issue last night where they changed something just to piss me off. I'm pretty sure. I think the fun pimps hate me, Jack. I'm positive they hate me.
They're the ones that like can make things happen in the game by donating, right?
No. The fun pimps are the ones who make the game.
Oh, yeah, they might hate you. Yeah,
I am fairly certain there's code in that game that says "fuck ranting monkey," and if there's not, they should just put it in and be honest. So come watch. It's always a lot of fun. What else? Hopefully, schedule will be back to somewhat normal. It's been all over the place this last week, and I know for you guys, this show is always all over the place. But for everything else I do, it's been just crazy. So hopefully, it's getting back to normal. No promises though. So expect the unexpected. Thank you guys so much for how's the diabetes? I'll find out on Monday. I had to reschedule that. I twisted my ankle and Jack, I stepped on my mic stand.
How did you pull that off?
The way my room is set up, my mic stand, it has 3 legs on it, and one of them is it comes out beside my desk, and it actually stretches out a little bit. And my fan is directly to my left, and so is that mic stand. And I went to turn on my fan, and I just backed up to sit down, and I stepped on it, and it goes up at a slight angle, and my ankle went down at a big ass angle.
Wow,
so
maybe you should pay more attention to what you're doing.
Yeah, you would think I would learn by now.
Yeah, I haven't learned, so.
Now, fuck that. I got gabapentin. I don't got to worry about shit like that.
Jesus.
It only hurts for a day, and then I'm ready to go again. So, yeah, I had to put off my doctor's appointment. It got moved, so I'm just doing it on Monday. So we'll find out then how everything looks. Ranting Monkey over on twitch.tv. Also, guys, we'll be moving away from that. I'm thinking about Monday. To be switching over to YouTube for the gaming, which will be at Ranting Monkey Games here on the YouTubes. Description has links for all of our stuff, including the game channel. So please check that out. Jack, a pleasure as always, my friend.
Always glad to be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the worst grifter in the world, have a wonderful night. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
No dick tonight is what she said. And I was happy because I wasn't looking for dick tonight.